Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap Let Unite Show, and this is October 11th, 2019. And Joe, I hear everything. Thank you. So, I feel like I'm kind of one of those newscasters in a way, how everything kind of shifts around. You have a show plan, and then things fall through, so you have to do another show. So that's what tonight is. I actually was away visiting family and relatives in Washington, D.C. area. So I'm going to share with you a little of my adventures on that trip. And we'll do the curse removal because I figure we all need it pretty well with all the craziness that's going on. And then I want to do a little bit of energy work for the Kurds and what's happening there. And of course, Trump is really tied into it. Hey, Joe, I can still hear everything. I can hear you. Okay. So I thought I would really start off, maybe get your energy a little bit higher and share with you some things that happened to me when I went to my trip to Washington, D.C., and I was gone for about 2.5 weeks. And truthfully, the energy I was visiting relatives, like I said, and the energy was so crazy there. I had absolutely no and none at all real desire to go downtown into Washington, D.C. I will say, ladies, if you're in that area and you want to know where all the men are, you have to go to the Aeronautical Museum. I swear they were all there. I was with my grandkids, of course. But, I live in Hawaii. And my girlfriends and I get together, and it's like, where are the men? And I found out where they are. They're in Washington, D.C. at the Aeronautical Museum. Anyway, so if you got anything like that around there, you'll probably meet guys, but you better know a little bit about what it is that you're going to and seeing and stuff like that. And I don't know if you want to drag a kid with you. Anyway, so I'm going to start off with my flight. Has anybody flown United? Yeah, I call it, United should actually come up with a slogan. I come up with a slogan for them, and I call it United, the Gotcha Airline. So my son made the ticket for me, and he goes, Mom, if you want to upgrade, go ahead and, contact them. You'll have to pay a little extra. Thanks, son. And I figure, oh, what the heck? You're paying for the ticket. You've got the bulk of the money. I can do it. So I immediately got online and I upgraded. At least I thought I upgraded for more leg room. And they took my $100. Okay. So now I didn't think about it. And I kind of went through their little, information that they give you after everything's done, and it said in there that depending on what kind of ticket you have, they're not allowed to upgrade at all. And I went, that's really strange, but I didn't make my ticket, so I have no idea what I had. All right, so it's now time to get on the plane, and I'm, getting my boarding pass a day early. And it said on the boarding pass that there's no carry-on. And I'm going, what? No carry-on? I mean, come on, who flies without one person to carry-on? And then if you have an extra big bag, that's what they get your money for, right? And I'm going, in my mind, it was just inconceivable. And I'm going to say, peeps, when they say that there's no carry-on, they really mean there's no carry-on. So I get to the airport, and now if you try to sneak by them and go right to the boarding area with your extra piece of baggage and they catch you, and they will, not only do they charge you $40 for the bag, because it's an extra bag probably, but then another $25 on top of that to penalize you, so they get another $65. Well, they only got $40 from me, and then $30 because I did send them the bag. And then, of course, there's $100 for the seating. Okay, so that comes to, now I'm up to $170, and they got extra dollars at the ticket yeah, that we paid toward the ticket. I call it the gotcha. You know, they got me on the bag. Got you. So now you get in the airplane, right? And you look at the overhead bins and they are half empty. I mean, half empty, which means they're half full, which means most of them had nothing in them. And I'm sitting there and I'm really getting pissed. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the plane that was really angry because I was picking it up. And I had to calm myself down and I'm thinking, oh my God, Bilsky, you're so angry. You feel like you have plane rage. I went, wow, because now I'm doing the math in my head, right? So it cost me $70 one way. It's going to cost me back $70 another way. So they got to $140 plus they had me for $240. I was so angry I couldn't sleep. If you've ever been through this, you're going to understand, right? All right, so now I'm on the way back and I learn that and then my seat, my one window seat, was in a place where it didn't go backwards. Nice, it didn't recline at all. Nice feature. Okay, now on the way back, which wasn't fun either, I'm sitting in my row and I did have someone next to me, hallelujah. There's 3 people, a big man and 2 ladies sitting in the other seats across from me. Now, in front of me, there was nobody in any of the seats. So, you know, we're going, can any of us go up over there? And they go, well, yeah, for an extra $80. Yeah, because what it costs now, you know, what they've got, business class. They've got 5 different classes. And if you're 5, oh God, Joe, that sounds so gross. And if you're number 5, when you get on the plane, I call that, you are anybody else left to go on board, now it's your time. And technically now, if you're a basic economy, you don't even get to choose your seats. It's random roulette wheel. Well, little did I know that $100 extra I paid, I bought window seats. They actually gave me window seats, which I wanted. But if I would have known that's all it was going to buy me was window seats, I wouldn't have done it. So I look at that as another gotcha. So, I mean, I won't ever, I don't know who it is in United who thought this was a good idea. Oh, I know, they're smoking bad pot. They probably have Stephen Miller sitting in there because he can be pretty diabolical. And they're going, how can we screw over passengers even more and make money? Oh, I know. We won't let the cheapest seats bring on any carry-ons. That will be awesome. We're going to piss people off, but we're going to get an extra $40, so we don't give a crap. All right, so will I fly United again? No. Did they send me a little commentary note to ask me how did it go? Did I reply? Oh God, yes I did. Now I asked them to reply and we will see what they say. I asked for my money back for those window seats and we'll see if they do anything. But I also had a friend with United who has dogs that they needed to fly from Hawaii back to where they were in Idaho. Called up United, and United said, oh, no problem. You can send your dogs for $100, and also they go to the airport. Go! I can hear you. So they go to the airport. Oh, man. Here we go. Sorry. Type a message. Okay, well, give me. So loud.
The TV's right, the thing's right there.
Joe, I can hear you.
Jeez, one man's too fucking loud. One man's too fucking loud.
Joe, I can hear you. Hello. Okay, so when they actually went to ship to go and take the dogs and they were flying out on a Friday night, United said, oh, well, it's going to be $300 a piece for the dogs instead of $100. And nobody's going to be at the airport on the weekend to cover cargo. So the dogs would have sat there 2 days. My friends were livid. Anyway, so they ended up flying on another airline, and the airline lost their luggage. And this is a different airline. I don't know what's going on with the airlines nowadays. And they really had a really bad experience. But okay, so now I finally make it to my son's house, and they had this huge trampoline. And my grandkids are 6 and 8 years old. Really fun to play with, right? So I'm looking at this, and it's a big trampoline, really big. And I'm going, it might be fun to do. My son goes, Mom, you may not want to do it, I'm a little younger than you, and I kind of hurt my back. And I went, hurt. Son, don't worry about it. I'm doing it. So I get on the trampoline with my grandkids. We had a blast. I scored points. It was awesome. And then they said, Grandma, why don't you lay down and let us bounce you? And I'm telling you guys, don't ever do it. Really not a good thing because you're bouncing right on your spine. No, not good. Learn by doing, but I did learn that not only could I now bounce on a trampoline without peeing my pants, and I'm sure, guys, you can't relate to this. Women, I'm sure you can. It's a big deal at our age. And I don't have osteoporosis. However, that night, my back really started hurting, and my son was really right. I really should have listened to him, but I didn't. So I kind of told him because I had my Grammy pride, and I said I kind of hurt my back because I twisted the wrong way, which in fact I really did twist the wrong way, kind of sort of on the trampoline. I mean, I could have. I didn't, but I could have. And that I really needed a back brace. So little and behold, he got me a back brace. It was awesome. It really helped. About 3 days later, and I'm thinking, he's really a great guy. He hasn't said, I told you so yet. And it's going on the 3rd day. And I'm thinking in my mind that I'm actually going to tell him thank you. So after I had that thought, about 10 minutes later, I met him in the kitchen, and he started going, I was saying how my back got better, and he goes, Mom, I told you not to jump on the trampoline. And I could look at him and go, thank you for waiting 3 days before you actually told me. I told you so. It made a difference to Grandma. So, if you're in your 60s, you may not want to jump on the trampoline, especially if you're not used to it anymore. And then about a week later, and believe me, I stayed off the trampoline, and I milked my back for everything I could get from it. If you're going to hurt yourself, you might as well work it, right? And I went outside, and I had to talk on the phone, and I just sat on the edge of the trampoline. And it was like after I got off, my back kind of had like soul memory and just started collapsing. And I went, all right, I can't do that anymore. Okay, so no more trampoline. Although, again, I did make really lovely memories with the grandkids, and they did say that I was the only grandparent that jumped the trampoline. Well, you think that's really pretty big and awesome until you learn that the other 2 grandparents are in their 75. I don't think if I was 75, I'd jump either. And the other one wasn't healthy. So I guess I'm the youngest, and I'm it. And will I ever do it again? I don't think so. I've been there, done that. I'll cross that off my bucket list. So the other cool thing was I got this little drone, and it would be about the size, fit in the palm of your hand, very lightweight, and coolest thing ever. Okay, you throw it up in the air, and it just flies around, and you can bat it back and forth like a base, like you're playing catch. Really cool. And I thought I would score a few more points with the grandkids, and this is something we could do. I was in the living room, my son was in the kitchen, and I go, watch this. This is really cool. I want to show you how this drone works. So I threw it up in the air, and it starts flying. And wouldn't you know, I got my hair caught in it, and there's like 4 little helicopter blades in this, and my hair got caught in all 4 blades, whirled around, and all I could think of is not the hair. I love my hair, okay? I've got really long hair. Although now I have a little less long hair because it just rotted a little, some of the pieces, and there was just no way. I had to like just take scissors and cut that off. My hair wrapped around those all 4 blades to the point that I literally broke the drone. And because I didn't even get a chance to play with it with my grandkids. I call that having a Lucy moment. And then I had to literally go online and show my son what it actually looked like when it was flying. And of course, he said, that's cool. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's really cool. Grandma gets her hair caught up in the drone. Anyway, then I had to go and buy 3 more. And of course, I bought another one for me because it really, really is cool. And then one for each of my grandkids for Christmas. And trust me, if I ever do, and I will do that again, I will definitely tie up my hair. Okay. Learned that lesson. So that was some of my adventures with family. And I'm sure we created oh yeah. So I got this little Pomeranian, which I love and adore, and she's really teeny. And part of Grandma's duties, they have a dog, and it's a beautiful dog. It's a Springer Spaniel, probably about 90 pounds, so not small. And he had to take him for a walk a couple times in the morning and at night. And this was Grandma's duties. So someone asked me if I really miss my dog. Yeah, not really, because Grandma walked this dog, and I swear to God, it was like a 3 dump each time you walk, and you got to pick it up. You're in Virginia. So I got my fill of dogs. I didn't miss that at all. I don't miss that now. Things are back to normal, and there's no place like home, which is Hawaii. No place like home, which is Hawaii. All right. Well, thank you for letting me just blab on that. And all right, so let's do a little first removal energy balancing. I'm sure with all the craziness going on in the planet that you might be in need of a spiritual tune-up. So for those of you that are going to participate, I want you to sit down, sit as straight as you can, like you're connecting to the Creator, which you are. With your hands in your lap like you're going to receive, like you are. And just listen and experience. So for those of you that are going to participate, I want you to take some gentle, deep breaths. I want you to breathe in light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you, and imagine all that unwanted energy going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. So you breathe in light and exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And imagine that unwanted energy, like I said, go through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine. So as you're doing that, I surround you in a bubble of golden flame. I add to that a blue flame of protection, the violet flame of transmutation, the blue flame of protection. I'm going to seal you in the pink flame of love, and I'm going to call all your teachers, guides, masters, and all the angels that work with you, and invite them in to make this energy work as gentle, loving, and consistent. So take one more gentle, deep breath, and exhale out everything left in your body that no longer serves you. And again, that energy goes through the violet flame back to God, and you keep filling up with more of your divine essence. And now I want you to imagine this incredible divine healing energy coming down from God, coming into the crown chakra, which is on top of your head, and feel this energy flowing through your brain. And as it flows through your brain, I want you to feel every cell, atom, molecule of your brain reconnecting to the Creator. And you become this incredible awakened spiritual being filled with all these new possibilities. And now allow that divine energy to flow out your third eye, which is in the middle of your forehead. Now feel that energy flow out of your throat chakra. Feel it drip down and flow out of your heart chakra. Now feel that divine energy drift down a little slower and come out of your belly button chakra. And now feel that divine energy flow down even farther. So it comes out of your sacral chakra. Now allow that divine energy to flow out of your root chakra. And feel that divine energy flow all the way down your legs. Let it go out your feet. And feel this energy go into the earth. And then it goes into all the tree roots, re-energize all the trees of the planet. Let this energy flow down your arms and out your hands and allow it to flow down your spine. So take one more gentle deep breath and exhale out anything dark or negative that's still left in your body that no longer serves you. And imagine all that unwanted energy going through the violet flame back to God, and you fill up with more of your divine. As you're doing that, I call to Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to any energy you've taken off that's not yours, whether it's from a friend, relative, acquaintance, stranger, anybody you work with, TV set, animal, whatever karmic reason created anything out of balance in your life or your body today. And it's all that unwanted energy off of you gently like an onion. It all goes through the violet flame to God, and you fill up with your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to reptile, dinosaur energy, secret societies, organized religion, cut all ties to any oaths, vows, curses, hexes, rituals that could have been done to you or your family, going backwards and forwards, hundreds of thousands of generations, or anything you could have done, consciously or unconsciously. And as all that unwanted energy is peeled off of you gently, like an onion skin, it all goes through the violet flame back to God, and you fill it with more of your divine essence. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to any effigies that have been misused against you. And that's any elemental of yours that was used to hurt you or anyone, including anything you own. Clothes, hair, picture, your name spoken, written, just thought of, or anything you have your energy on. The ties to all those elementals are. I call the violet flame through them to clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We release all that unwanted energy back to God, fill them up with love. And I command them to be neutral or only emit love. And now I want Michael to come forth, remove any energy implants that have been done to you or anything that could have carried over from any other life. The dark magic, voodoo, dark witchcraft, or just dark thoughts sent your way. So I want the stick, pin, needle, or knife that's in your crown chakra removed from your third eye, your throat, heart, solar plexus, belly button, root, feet, hands, spine, eyes, ears, nose, hips, teeth, anywhere in your body that's out of balance. And if you feel all those pins, needles, and being very gentle, imagine all those spaces immediately fill up with the violet flame. Clean it up, the angel light energy to heal. We release all that energy back to God. And you fill up with more of your. And now I want Michael to come forth, cut all ties to patriarchy, genocide, rape, incest, slavery, prostitution, persecution, circumcision, removing any energy overlay that's trying to manipulate you, keeping you from connecting with God, healing yourself, being really successful, fulfilling all your divine missions and living your life in joy. And as all that unwanted energy that's keeping these wonderful things from coming to you is gently peeled off of you too, like an onion skin. We send it through the violet flame back to God, and you keep filling up with more of your divine essence. So if there is anybody out there that's directing any kind of dark energy at you, whether it's through witchcraft, black magic, voodoo, or just our thoughts sent your way, we're going to ask them to stop, step forward in the light, and if they choose to continue, which is their free will, we ask their higher self and guardian angels to put them in a position of harmlessness. You surround them in a bubble of mirror. The mirror faces them. It's 2 inches from their nose. As long as they do that dark work, the energy stays contained in the bubble of mirror. And we're going to add the violet flame to the bubble of mirror, so they have no forward movement. And the bubble of mirror stays up 24/7, 365 days a year, until they do works of good. So I called your higher self and asked your higher self to activate your divine blueprint for perfect. And it starts manifesting in your body now. I also want your higher self to activate your divine blueprint for all your gifts that you were brought into this lifetime, that you brought up to your conscious mind, that you're really good at these things. And you draw to you all those people that are going to help you remember how to be successfully quickly with those gifts. To allow all this energy to integrate in a very gentle, kind, loving way with your cells, atoms, molecules, all your internal organs, going all the way down into your DNA. And with every breath, feel more of that energy come pouring into your body, going all the way down through your toes, flowing through your hair. Feel yourself totally consumed in this beautiful divine energy essence that's yours. All right, so now while I've got you in this really great space, we're going to do some energy work. And we're going to create bubbles of light, and that bubbles in front of you, and you're going to feel that divine energy flow through you again, and flow down your arms, out your hands, and you're going to direct it into this bubble of light, or it's going to flow out all your chakras or both. So if you take a deep breath, feel yourself reconnect to the Creator, and feel all that energy pouring through you, down your, create a really beautiful bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we are going to put the region of Turkey where the Kurds are. I want you to imagine all the Kurdish people in this bubble of light, all the Turkish people. So let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic powers, sacred fire vested in me, I command all the higher selves of all militaries in the Kurdish region to do what is morally right and go stand and protect the Kurds. We call the higher selves of all U.S. military personnel to have such a heavy moral conscience that they go and protect the Kurds. They're seen as heroes. And no military court-martials shall take place, as these men and women are seen as heroes and awarded the Medal of Honor for their bravery by standing with the Kurdish people. See, all governments getting involved and stop Turkey from committing acts of genocide against the Kurds. See, Donald Trump being held accountable for all Kurdish deaths, with a world tribunal trial being held like the Nuremberg trials. See, Trump being held accountable now, removed from office and being given prison time for his actions. See, a worldwide boycott of Trump Tower Hotel and all his businesses of his worldwide. See, all of Trump's hotels, golf courses, and any other business of his being boycotted and empty. Let all illegal dealings that Trump is doing come to the surface. See, many whistleblowers come forth that bring up all the shifty dealings. Let it all be exposed in a way justice comes in, and the Trump crime family, including Mike Pence. and Trump's cabinet go to prison for their many acts of evil. See, people also boycotting Turkey and Russia for this aggression. No tourist or military aid given to Turkey for their actions against the Kurds. See the UN putting sanctions on Turkey and Russia for these acts of genocide and sending troops into the area to protect the Kurds. We're going to put in all the Turkey's military equipment, and we're going to cut all ties with all those elementals, violet flame, build them up with love as they reconnect to the Creator, and command them to be neutral, to break down, to not work, to misfire, to miss their targets. And in your mind's eye, see the bombs missing their targets. See the bullets missing their targets. See the machineries backfiring and doing this in ways that planes cannot get off the ground. And this is done in ways also that no one will be hurt or harmed. We have to do this with a little bit of morals. See the U.S. military breaking ranks and protect the Kurds now. We're going to ask if it's for the highest good of the decision makers that are allowing Kurdish genocide, that their immediate karma come back to them over 10,000-fold through these actions. Now that I step aside. And if that means being removed from office with prison time, then so be it. Let no magic protect them. Let all veils of invisibility and magic, overlays of protection be removed off of Trump, his cabinet, all the war hawks, Androgen, Russia, and anyone else responsible for this war. We're going to call to the higher selves of all the Kurdish people that they're divinely inspired, what they have to do and where they have to go to protect themselves. We command the angels to go there and protect them. If you have to deflect bombs and bullets, and so be it, do it. We're going to put all of them in bubbles of light. All right, guys, fill this up with light and love, and we're going to take a deep breath and release it. I give thanks for this opportunity to serve. So again, take another deep breath, and as you exhale, create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we are going to put in all the reptilians. And this will be directed at all Republicans and Democrats who speak out only for the wealthy and the U.S. president. So let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power, the sacred fire vested in me, I command. Call to the Creator who has all the data, past, present, and future of the reptilian personal blueprint to activate the information that allows for healing of all thoughts and memories that are blocking and holding reptilians back at this time from moving forward into enlightenment. We ask the Creator that if it's for their highest good of the earth and all life forms, that the Creator steps in, neutralizing the single white chromosome that is added to the reptilians' DNA that makes the reptilians more aggressive and warlike. We see it being replaced with a chromosome that makes them kinder and compassionate, telling them to speak only truth. We ask the Creator to reactivate the hormone in the reptilian brain that allows them to become spiritual, awakened beings. This also lets the reptilian now be released from all the addictions they have to the dense physical world and the sensations it offers. Let this release be done now. We cut all ties and cancel clear all reptilian DNA energies activated by the vibrational frequencies created by the Illuminati, satanic secret society rituals that activate demon possession by the reptilians, especially in those that have the reptilian bloodline. We are now cutting ties to remove all blueprint overlays that suppress reptilian souls. As these overlays are removed, they are now open to a spiritual existence. This also allows them to balance their male-female energies, which will also allow reptilians to create a third force of divine potential. We cancel clear all Illuminati secret society rituals that are activating the reptilian DNA in reptilians as well as human hybrids. Instead, we see these rituals being reversed and now empowering reptilians to reconnect to source. Love can and is changing their genetic coding, reconnecting them to the creator to become awakened spiritual beings that have limited. We also ask the creators to give the reptilians special grace and unlock the doors in their minds that are keeping them from connecting to the higher frequency of light. Release all that which are holding them back. I ask all the creators to close down the reptilian part of the brain and open up the divine God brain, filling them with whatever high vibration is needed to shift them so everyone gets to go into the golden age, leaving no one behind. Send these beings and entities whatever vibration, sound, color, and memories of being connected to the creator they need, so they gently evolve into the light. The creator and their selves and angels know exactly what each one needs. They're sending it to them as we speak. As more reptilians awaken, see us propelling themselves far into the golden age, the divine golden age, way beyond the creator's wildest dreams of golden age planet, where humans and reptilians live in peace and harmony. Fill this up with light and love, and we're also going to take a deep release it. All right. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, we're going to create another bubble of light. And in this bubble of light, we're going to put the Nazi Stephen Miller and the Nazi Steve Bannon and Trump, and we're just going to do a group Nazi thing, okay? So we're going to call to their higher selves, help them step forward in light, and if they choose not to, which is their free will, we ask their higher self, put them in a position of harmlessness. We surround them in a bubble of mirror that contains their energy with the violet flame added to transmute all of their thoughts and plans back to light. The bubble of mirror stays up 24/7, 365 days a year until they work for light. Call the Michael Archangel to cut all ties Miller, Bannon, and Trump have with each other. Pence, Ryan, Kellyanne Conway, Eric Pence, and his neo-Blackwater mercenary militia, Breitbart News, all Christian white supremacist Nazis, Russian, MSB, the Arab, I can't think of his name, but I think you know who I mean. As ties between those gay groups are cut, see all their agendas falling apart. Now cut all ties that this group has to Hitler, trying to manifest the Fourth Reich by force of will or by satanic magic. We remove all protective magic surrounding Miller, Bannon, Trump, and any other that they're working with. See all their plans again falling apart. We cut all ties that they have to Elder Pike in manifesting World War III by creating chaos through the Muslim world. See all satanic magic trying to move this dark agenda forward, filling so much light their plans fall apart. See all the federal judges standing up and make clear they will also not uphold any illegal immigration law, and pull back Trump's taxes. We're going to send energy to the ACLU for stepping up and defending the civil rights of Muslims, all immigrants, and anybody else Trump is trying to take court for being against them. All the spirituals coming out for justice in a nonviolent way with success. Imagine all Nazi slots the symbols reversing. So the energy now brings peace and prosperity back into the earth and humanity. Every time anyone looks at a Nazi swastika, see the energy being reversed into its correct positive direction now. At the ties to anyone whose intent is to misuse any sacred symbol, we call the violet flame through the symbols to clean them up, and we reconnect those symbols back to the divine. See these energies being reversed to their positive, correct direction now. Wow. As Miller tries to misuse the swastika by bringing in chaos, it reverses, bringing in peace and prosperity to everyone. See all his plans of shock events falling apart and backfiring on him, Trump, and Bannon. And the swastika symbol was used to set humanity's collective solar plexus backwards. We now reverse direction and see humanity moving forward in light and love. See Christian evangelicals increasingly waking up to the truth. Let them express divine compassion for all. We also negate all their dark magic directed toward anyone anti-Trump. As all these veils are removed from the masses, see a great awakening of conscience with everyone, given lots of divine guidance on how to move forward into the light. And we're also going to remove all evangelical magic protecting Trump and his cabinet. And as that energy is released and peeled off of them, see divine justice able to step in. See all their plans falling apart and doing prison time. Fill that up with light and love, and we're going to take a deep breath and release it. All right, one more bubble of light. And we're going to imagine everyone in this bubble, everybody that you know that's sick, that needs extra healing, and you can do this out loud or silently. And we're going to imagine that they're either sitting on chairs of angelite or laying on tables of angelite. And we're going to ask Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to any energy that they've taken on that's not theirs, and whatever energy that has helped create this out of balance. And as that's peeled off of them like an onion skin, and the angel light surrounds them and absorbs any discomfort, we're going to call to their cells, atoms, molecules now that are out of balance to mirror the healthy cells, atoms, molecules. Let's send energy to their heart chakras, to their life force, and from there it's going to go wherever they need healing, and to give them their energy to get healthy. And this is healthy body, mind, and soul. So now put the rest of your family and friends in this bubble if you haven't already, and allow yourself to go into this bubble and feel yourself recharged, regenerated. I'm going to ask Michael to come forth and Ganesha go forth to remove all obstacles into all the light workers' paths so they have forward movement. See the light workers filling up with so much light that they're now magnets for everything they need. People to work with, their divine mates, divine abundance. They have so much divine abundance that they have more than enough to share with others. And let them fill up with joy and be divinely inspired on how they can be successful fulfilling their divine mission. Now, in this bubble of light, I also want to put in all the other light work and all the light workers on the planet. See them recharge, regenerating. Send energy to the Mother Earth so she can recharge and regenerate and hold her balance. See the Mother Earth coming back and turning green. People awaken spiritually and using their spiritual gifts to help happen. And imagine the earth pristine. All right, take a deep breath and release that. And thanks for this opportunity to serve. So do 3 ohms with me. We're going to close the circle. Oh. Oh. Om Shanti Shanti. Shanti. May all the beings in all the world be happy. So be it. And nevertheless, not our will, but thy will be done. All right, everybody, I want you to ground. I want you to put your feet flat on the floor. Feel that earth energy come up. Feel yourself become very centered, very back in body, very grounded. Now, after the show, it's not too cold where you are, and you're still feeling very lightheaded and spacey. Go find a tree, put your hand on the tree, and imagine yourself sending all your excess energy into the tree. You only need to do this for like 30 seconds. And then ask the tree to send you energy back, and you'll immediately ground. And you're doing service work by giving that tree an energy goose, which it's delighted to receive. Next week, I'm going to have Julie Levine come on, and she's going to talk about 5G and what it is and why it's not good and why we shouldn't have it. In the meantime, we need to start re-anchoring light to the planet again. So, and you're walking around, just start chanting, may divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. And I like to do it using the power of 3 and like to do it 3 times in a row. So we have a little bit of time. So chant with me and let's anchor some enlightenment to the planet, okay? May divine enlightenment, we're going to do this 3 times, descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend on everyone now. May divine enlightenment awaken within everyone now. May divine enlightenment descend on the Nazis now. May divine enlightenment descend on the Nazis now. May divine enlightenment awaken within the Nazis now. May divine enlightenment descend on the Nazis now. May divine enlightenment awaken within the Nazis now. May divine enlightenment descend on the Nazis now. May divine enlightenment awaken within the Nazis now. And of course, we're using the power of the spoken word. So the more you really shout it and yell it, the quicker it's going to manifest. May divine enlightenment descend on the Democrats now. May divine enlightenment descend on the Democrats now. May divine enlightenment awaken within the Democrats now. May divine enlightenment descend on the Democrats now. May divine enlightenment awaken within the Democrats now. May divine enlightenment descend on the Democrats now. May divine enlightenment awaken within the Democrats now. Let's see what else. Well, that gives you an idea of what you can do. And, may divine enlightenment descend on our families now. May divine enlightenment descend on my workplace. May divine enlightenment descend on all those in power. It's endless. So you can chant while you're doing your dishes or you're walking the dog. And you can do it out loud if nobody's around. Give it energy. That's magic. Now, if you want a copy of the chants, you can write to me. You can do it on my Facebook page, Cathy Bilsky, or, I'm on YouTube. And, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well as UPRN Radio. If you need extra energy work, you can call me also at 808-775-9400 if you need a curse removal, a little bit more intimate. I also do the shamanic soul retrievals, and that is actually, if you don't have time or you can't afford to call me, you can do it through my YouTube. It's up there. It's on my website, www.angeliteomm.com, angeliteomm.com. And I have all my healing tools. So if you haven't heard about it, it's my angel light healing tools. They are really totally cool. They glow in the dark, and they're really an awesome way to help you release pain and stress. And my tools actually last, oh my gosh, I'm still using tools from 25 years ago. So unless you got a little kid that throws it on cement, they're going to last a long, long time. And it's always taking on energy because they have glow in the dark dust in it. My tools are magical. If you come into my store, I have this really cool rock shop, and actually I'm in it right now. And you can come hug my earth keeper. You can see it behind me. It's my 1,000-pound smoky quartz celestial earth keeper from Brazil. And it's over 1,000 pounds, the largest crystal in Hawaii that you can hug and touch and do some energy work of your own around, help you manifest stuff. I'd like to consider myself a one-stop spiritual shop. So there's many ways to contact me, and I've been kind of not really been working spiritual wise these past 3 weeks because I've been with family, and sometimes it's just not conducive. I did a little bit, but I'm recovering. And next week, I hope to get back into doing a little bit more live videos on Facebook. So if you're interested on helping the Kurds, I got that prayer on my Facebook page, that energy work on my Facebook page. And if you look in my notes, there's a lot of energy work that if you're interested in doing, it's there. Or you can get my book through my website. I have one you can download for free, and it's Spiritual Basics. And then another one costs you a whopping $6. And that one, it's like the advanced. And it's just helping you remember what you have forgotten spiritually. That's all. And on that note, I am going to let you go. And I hope you have a really wonderful week. And again, next week, I'm going to have Julie Levine on, and we're going to talk about Wi-Fi and 5G and how it really affects our bodies. So on that note, aloha, have a nice weekend. I'm going to try, and see you next week.